How's it? I am running a little bit late today. I'm not sure how 4:30 can come so quickly when the last time I look at my clock, it's 4:18, and then the next thing you know, it's 4:31, and I haven't even started up the stream yet. So, we are here today, Chattawa Statter, usual time, 4:30 p.m. West Coast time, but we're going to have to talk about that. Things have changed. The season has changed. The daylight savings time has thrown a little bit of a wrench in our formerly smooth sailing schedules. And so once we get a couple people coming in, I would absolutely like to talk about just when and what times Chatter with Statter might be good for you, because what's good for you is good for me. So that is definitely going to be on the agenda for today. Until then, though, let's start the show. All right, Black Cat intro, check off the checklist. It is a dark and stormy Thursday, and earlier this week we actually had a tornado warning here in Seattle. Strangest thing. Well, not just Seattle, actually, like the whole Puget Sound area was under a tornado warning. Tornado warnings are something that we don't actually have here in the Pacific Northwest. So it took us all off guard. The National Weather Center was just like, oh yeah, get in your storm basement. And it's just like, I don't know what storm basement you're gonna get me to get into. The best we have here are like our bathrooms with no windows, and maybe we can bring our pillows. So that was something that some of my friends had to deal with. And had I thought about it, I would have pulled a picture that my cousin sent me of her kids huddled in the bathroom, helmets on, etc. Super cute, and honestly, the best we can do. And my Midwestern friends, I mean, instead of pointing and laughing at us, which really would have been an appropriate response to our cluelessness, my Midwestern friends were very kind and just like, yep, that's what, if that's what you're dealing with and you don't have a storm cellar underneath and blah, 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 a basement to go to, yep, that's what you got to do. You got to go to the room with the least number of windows and get as much important stuff in there with your padding and your helmets. Helmets are never a bad plan. So I guess we did done good. Yeah, Cindy Krause, fantastic for coming in. I think that you just hosted, and I got a little alert. I've got my alerts set up right now, and I wasn't sure if they were working, but it looks like they did work when you came on, so I'm pretty excited about that tech. All right, so yeah, tornado speak and everything, but the day before, no, not the day before, the same day that oh, hey, Poppy Shaney. Good to see you here. 2-month subscription. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, hey, the follow alerts, gosh, hadn't thought about this. I don't know if the follow alerts, if the audio is a little loud or not. So, and I'm not sure I even know how to adjust that. But if the follow alerts are a little bit too loud, well, let me know and we'll try to figure that out. As per the usual, this is all new stuff. So, okay, excelente. We've got some more folks streaming on in. Poppy Shaney for that 2-month sub, and Cindy Krause saying hi to Poppy Shaney. Love Pat saying hi to Poppy Shaney. Elaine coming in saying hello to me and everybody. So excellent. Hello, Elaine. Hello, Love Pat. Hey, Poppy Shaney. Hey, Cindy Krause. So glad you're in the house. All right, I'm going to start the Holo, which features some Lono music that cannot be found in very many places. A couple of the songs are available one of the 1924, which is one of the songs that's available on Molokai EV YouTube channel, and Blue Eyes of Summer is available on Lono's YouTube channel. But the other song, "Lady Carries Me," this is basically a Statter exclusive, and then "Give Me Love" you can get on on one of Lono's albums. Quite honestly, and this is super embarrassing, I can't tell you off the top of my head. The Lonobrarian has fallen short of her duties. I can't tell you off the top of my head where "Give Me Love" comes from. I'll get back to you on that. But until then, let's start the holo holo so we can see the day before. Now, this is the day of the tornado warning. But this was many hours before the tornado warning even decided to be a thought. I got the urge to get out of bed a little bit earlier than usual, and so I had a couple hours of free time before my usual schedule. So I thought I'd get out there because the day was gorgeous. Now, this particular video is going to be a couple of janky edits because, I'm using a suction cupped suction cup camera mount, and a couple times the suction cup just like unsuctioned itself and fell to the floor of my car. So all of these cuts that are janky and like awkward and like, oh, that doesn't look good. Yeah, I know, but they weren't this was intended to be one long thing, but technical difficulties didn't allow for such shenanigans. So yeah. All right, we have got Ann Ware coming in with the knowledge that I should have had, but it's always good to have a second Lonobrarian in the house. Ann Ware says, "Maui Stylin' and Maui Looks Good from Molokai are the albums that have Give Me Love." Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ann. I'm glad I didn't have to go digging for that. Looks like Kenny from the Cove has stepped on in. Good to see you. Poppy Shady, I'm on the verge of a good rap song. Yep, exactly. All right, so Kenny's in the house, and Ware got all in with the knowledge drop. Let's see, Tina Rose Cager. Tina Rose Cager's asking for sound, but then she says, it was me. So I'm hoping that everybody else can still hear things and stuff. According to my monitor, people should be able to hear things and stuff. So, I don't know whether or not the music's too loud, or whether or not I'm too loud, because I didn't bother to put my earphones in. So I am just going on visual sound monitoring. So if all y'all have inputs about adjustments, definitely throw your opinions onto the screen so I can hopefully adjust accordingly. Yes, sir. So, oh good, Michi Mama, you're in the house too. Excellent, just got home from work. Perfecto. Tina Rose, I can hear good when it's not on mute. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was a personal problem then. Gotcha. I've definitely had that happen more than once. So, Anne, I've never been in an earthquake, but I have been through a couple tornadoes. Yeah, well, that makes sense. I mean, you are in the area where earthquakes don't happen, but tornadoes do. Whereas no, I'm not saying we're prepared for an earthquake, but, we're a little more familiar with earthquake protocol here in this area than we are with tornado protocol. So, yeah, okay, cool, excellent. Looks like Kenny and Elaine are both saying audio levels are acceptable. I like that input, as it were. Mitchie Mama, you barely made it home. You're about to fall asleep. It's been like this all day. Oh, no. Well, talk about a busy day. We have a busy day today because, as I'm sure you know, Andy's going to come on in like 20 minutes. So, we have something that we very seriously need to talk about. Before we talk about this, though, I will say, this neighborhood is one of the prettiest neighborhoods near my area. It's called Shorewood, and we're about to, not this shot, but after this 10-mile-an-hour curve that we're about to hit up here, serious as a heart attack, you guys. It's like the money shot of the entire video. It's so pretty, and I wouldn't want to live on this hill in the snow. But look at that! I mean, come on, dudes. Look at that. Isn't that just flippin' gorgeous? So, yeah, Shorewood, they got the views. Looks like Rick S. is in the house. Good to see you. And yeah, so now that we've got everybody gathered here, right, exactly, 20 minutes until Andy, says Ann. Oh, right, daylight savings. See, this part didn't even, connecting dots is, I'm slow at connecting dots. There we go. So, ramifications of daylight savings time has made it so Hawaii is only 2 hours behind the West Coast time, which means 20 minutes until Andy and his show starts. So I'm having a feeling that we might cut this show today a little bit short because I want to go see Andy too. And Michi Mama, no, I didn't get a GoPro. It literally is my cell phone and a car mount that I have suction cupped to my windshield. And it's just doing it that way. So it's pretty bare bones. A GoPro is definitely in the works. I've got it on my Santa's wish list, as it were. But right now, I'm actually kind of happy with what's going on with my phone. So thank you for thinking it was a GoPro. But yeah, so I'm not sure what you guys want to do about the situation with Andy's moving. I was thinking a couple different options. The option I kind of like the best is the most obtrusive. No, that's not it. It's the most jarring. It's the most changing. What I was thinking is instead of the Thursday show, I could move my show to Wednesday and move my show to 5 p.m. West Coast time. That way, all of us have the habit. 5 p.m. West Coast time on Twitch, Tuesday, Andy, Wednesday, Statter, Thursday, Andy, Sunday, Statter. Now, the Statter box at the cinema would still be at 6 p.m. That's its own animal. But in regards to Chatter with Statter, I was thinking either moving to Wednesday and switching to 5. That way we all have the same 5 p.m. West Coast time alignment. Or I was thinking on Thursdays I could come on earlier, and an hour earlier. Instead of 4:30, come on at 3:30. So I don't, and my schedule is super flexible. So I don't know how. Let's talk about what these options are and whether or not these are things that you guys would be interested in. Michael Anthony Smith, I will send you and post the new times, but right now we actually don't know what the new times are. So yeah, I'm very curious what you guys, what your preferences might be, because honestly, you know, I can't do this without you, so I kind of want your input on when is good for you. We've got a date, right? I want to make sure you can show up. So it looks like Elaine is okay with the Wednesday idea. Yeah, so let's see what's going on here. Darlene, hello Molly, sorry I'm late, got goofed up on time this week with daylight savings time. Oh my goodness, you have got to, you're not kidding me, Darlene. This whole, I've never been so discombobulated by a time switch than this one, and it has to do with my streaming, etc. So yeah, Andy, as you might know, Darlene, is going to be on in like 15 minutes. So I might cut this show short today because I want to go hang out with Andy and everybody else. But we're also talking about what we should do about this time frame on Thursdays. So yeah. So Michi Mama, my schedule being what it is, I would be okay with Wednesday or earlier Thursday. Okay, cool. Good to know that you're good with both. So let's see here if anybody else said anything. And I don't have my earbuds in, so I cannot tell you which song this is, but my best guess is if you're not recognizing it, it's probably Lady Carries Me. And because the songs that are on this video are Blue Eyes of Summer, 1924, Lady Carries Me, and Give Me Love. This late in the video, it might be 1924, because I think the order in which I put the songs was Blue Eyes, Lady Carries Me, 1924, Give Me Love, I think. But since I don't have my earplugs in, I can't really, tell you exactly what song it is. And Rick, yeah, I do plan on rating Andy today. I'm probably not going to rate him in the 5 minutes prior to his show. I might end up, the raid from here might end up being a little bit late to Andy's show, maybe like 5 minutes into Andy's show, because I very much am seriously considering wrapping this show up early just for that. So, with the lyrics toss and turn like a boat at sea, yeah, that's Lady Carries Me right there, and it's a great song, and it's one of the, you cannot find that song on any available Lono album at the moment, but he did share this song with me. It's a old, like from the 90s Lono tune, and I got his permission to play this, or to add it to my video, and so he's totally cool with that. So basically this video, which is also posted on YouTube with all the song details, is at the moment the only place you can get this song. So if you like this song, well, watch the video or listen to the video, whatever. Alright, so Kenny says, a move to Wednesday would be cool so long as we get a full dose of statter. I'm cool with any day or time. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. Good. It sounds like you guys are all flexible. And Michi Mama, you feel like you're driving through a place in Hawaii? Excellent. That's kind of cool. I'll take that as a compliment that it's as beautiful in some neighborhoods of Seattle as it is in other neighborhoods in Hawaii. So let's see here. Rick says 5 p.m. Pacific time works over here. Wednesday is okay. Darlene's popping in with Wednesday works out better for more full-on mad statter. You're game 2. Okay, cool. It looks like we might have made a decision. And Michi Mama, in fact, this drive looks like Camaguela where Jerry lives. Excellent. Okay, cool. I'll have to go check out K-Man next time I'm in on the Big Island. Hopefully I'll be able to get to the islands sometime in 2022. I don't know if we'll be able to hit the Big Island, but Oahu, I definitely am going to be on there for at least a week. I'm going to most likely be looking at some real estate as well. So that's my plans for Oahu. This neighborhood, actually, that we're pulling into, and we're about to turn right, and to the right here on this little gravel patch that's going to be showing up, that little gravel patch, on every Tuesday, this neighborhood hosts food trucks, and so 2 or 3 food trucks line up on that little gravel pathway, and so whenever, if you're on my social medias and you see like, Sam Choi's Poke to the Max truck is, going to be there, that's actually, this is the neighborhood that goes to. I know, it's the strangest thing. You're used to seeing food trucks in the middle of the city. You're used to seeing food trucks in festivals. No, this rich people neighborhood just decided to have a night where they have food trucks. So, all right, I'll go drive in there and get some yummy food from the food truck. No problem. Yeah, Elaine saw the YouTube video. Song's great. You're just amazed at all the tall trees so close to the houses. Yeah, it's what we do here. I have 2 trees that are right in front of my house that, oh gosh, I don't know, they're probably 70 or 80 foot tall. And yeah, when we get things like tornado warnings, I do wonder and hope. Yeah, there you go. Let's see here. All right, so cool. It looks like everyone is here, and yeah, Michael Anthony Smith. Okay, so I'll shoot you a message in regards, but I do think that maybe I'm going to be switching to Wednesday at 5 p.m. West Coast time, and then Sunday will be 5 p.m. West Coast time. And then the Statterbox at the cinema will still be 6 p.m., no problem. Speaking of Statterbox at the cinema, well, I don't know what I did with the movie. I was going to show you the movie. We're going to be watching Torch Song Trilogy this week. And that movie is like from the mid to late 80s. Matthew Broderick, Harvey Fierstein, and yeah, it's a good little movie. So that's what we'll be watching on Saturday. And like I said, Saturday 6 p.m. That is a stable, solid time. We're not messing with that. But we've decided today, right now, as we speak, 5 p.m. West Coast time will be the new time for Chatter with Statter. Wednesday and Sunday, 5 p.m. West Coast time. I might have to write this down because I don't want to forget. Of course, I just broke my pencil lead. So, Wednesday and Sunday. Okay, so as you can see, my camera is on the inside of my windshield, and I had much more of this footage, a lot more of this footage, but those little raindrops that are on the outside of my windshield were driving me nuts. So this video is going to have a very awkward cutoff in a few minutes, no, in less than a minute, and I haven't figured out how to fade out the sound yet, so the music will end abruptly as well. This is only my second, boom. It's only my second video editing attempt ever in my life, and boy, are there a lot of things I need to work on. It's kind of funny. Andy posted the video that Andy Bumatai posted a video on his YouTube channel about how to do video editing. Quite literally, like I think I saw it maybe 15 minutes after I finished editing what we just saw, and I had to laugh because it's like he knew what I was trying to do and I needed help. Poppy Shaney, the shows are now only on Twitch. However, the Chatter with Statters get uploaded to YouTube 24 hours after the Twitch show. And so if you can't catch the live show here on Twitch, Twitch will hold it for 2 weeks, but YouTube's going to hold it forever. And thank you so much for bringing that up, because I've been wanting to say, I really hope that you guys check out the YouTube videos. And if you do check out the YouTube videos, clicking that like button would be super awesome, because it helps with the corporate filters, the algorithms. Hitting the like would be good. If you want to subscribe so you get notified when those YouTube things get all uploaded to YouTube, by all means. And most importantly, with random stuff that we talk about, if you have a comment that you want to leave about something that we talked about in the stream, leave a comment on YouTube and let's continue the conversation. So don't feel bad. There's sometimes when I watch a repeat of, say, Andy's show, it's just like, oh, I have something to say. But then it's just like, well, really, should I say that? Yes, you should. Pop your comments in the comment section. That's what the comment section is for. So let's continue the conversation down in the comment section on YouTube, if and when you have something to say about that. Yeah. Let's see here. And exactly. It is, Darlene, honestly, I think my new time frame is going to be a little bit easier, because the 4:30, that's just stupid. What was I thinking? The solid top of the hour is just a much more logical way to go about things. So, I totally think that this might be easier for people to keep in their minds. And where is Magnolia a neighborhood in Seattle? Why, yes, it is. It's one of the more difficult neighborhoods to get to. It's an extraordinarily expensive neighborhood. I will eventually be doing a holo around there. Part of that neighborhood is, I think it's Discovery Park, which used to be a military installation that has turned into a very naturalized park area. Magnolia is super gorgeous. Magnolia, funny thing, was named wrongly after all of the magnolia trees that the discoverers, I think it might have been, I don't know if it was Cook or if it was Vancouver, but it was either Captain Cook or Vancouver, both of whom were early explorers of the Puget Sound area. They saw this hillside covered with magnolia trees. And so they named that area Magnolia. Well, as it turns out, they're not magnolia trees at all. They're actually madrona trees, and they look nothing like magnolia trees at all. But from the water on the boats, they thought they were magnolia trees. And the hillside, like I said, covered with the trees that were not magnolia trees. They're madrona trees. And so Discovery Park has a bunch of madrona trees, which is what Magnolia was named after. Huh? Yeah, so that's how that works. Do you know somebody in Magnolia? What prompted that question, Anne? So, let's see. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, you guys are already gonna have snow out there in the Midwest. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's mid-November. I didn't even think about that. I'm just starting to wonder if the land over here, we've gotten so much rain in the last couple of weeks. I just wonder if the land's just gonna like melt away and dribble into the sound. It's just mud. um, oh wow, it's actually starting to snow right now, and oh, that's kind of neat. The first snow of the season, maybe. Oh, okay. So you have some friends that moved there recently. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, they are on the north end of town. It's Magnolia is one of the seven hills actually that Seattle is built on. So there's Magnolia Hill, and then there was Denny Hill, which they actually literally took water cannons to the hill to flatten it out and regrade it so it wasn't so steep and unbuildable. So Denny Hill, which is now known as Denny Regrade because it's no longer a hill because they literally washed the hill away. So Magnolia Hill, Denny Hill, West Seattle Hill, that's sort of where I live and work. And then there's Beacon Hill, there's Capitol Hill, there's First Hill, and Queen Anne Hill, which is where our first holo holo for the fall leaves went. So those were the seven hills, and West Seattle and Magnolia are by far the most disconnected from the rest of the city, because of water issues, as it were, and yeah, so that's Pat, you're gonna head on out. Yep, well, it is getting time for Andy, so we might have to wrap up this Seattle street conversation or Seattle Hill conversation sooner than later. No Cherry Hill, no, we don't have any Cherry Hill here, but we do have a Cherry Street on First Hill. First Hill also is known as Pill Hill because that's where all of the hospitals are. And in fact, the holo holo that went to Queen Anne Hill started out on First Hill. And yeah, thanks for the Hill report. Yeah, exactly. And now it's time for the Hill report. And yeah, Beacon Hill actually is probably going to be my first holo holo that I'm going to do after I've done what I did with that video. Because Beacon Hill is one of the last non-gentrified original, this is how Seattle architecture kind of used to look when I was growing up, neighborhoods. It is very quickly changing into what the rest of Seattle's looking like. But it has to me like the densest population of like older buildings kind of thing and older neighborhoods. So Beacon Hill is a super great I love driving around Beacon Hill. I get lost a lot, but I do like driving around Beacon Hill because it's got a lot of really cool stuff. So yeah, all right. So it looks like 5 p.m. means Daily Pigeon is happening over on the other channel, but Elaine, hold on. Okay, so Elaine, that's hysterical, Elaine. Okay, so your former sales rep lives on 132 Lane in Burien, Washington. Is that near me? I don't think you've got that street right, although you might. 132nd Street is a street that goes east and west, and I don't think it ever is a lane. However, 122nd or 132nd Street is a street that is broken up by a lot of physical, like there's a freeway that cuts between 132nd and 132nd is a very fragmented street is what I'm trying to say. So there might be a section of 132nd Street that is referred to as 132nd Lane. Now, the reason why I'm going so into detail is, Elaine, I live on 132nd Street. So, yes, it's quite possible that they live near me. Yeah, Southwest 132nd Lane. Okay, so Southwest 132nd is I am on South 132nd. So Southwest means that they're just across First Avenue South from me. And so anything west of First Avenue South is considered Southwest, and anything east of First Avenue South is just considered South. So, so seriously, Elaine, I don't know exactly what part of 132nd Street that they live on, but yeah, they live very close to me, like very, very close to me. In fact, once I get done with this stream, I'm probably going to go Google search map and see if there's any little section called 132nd Lane. Because like I said, 132nd is broken up into weird pieces. It's a very fragmented street. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's like this little offshoot that's like, well, because see, in Seattle, they've got this, or in King County, they've got this system where avenues go north and south and streets go east and west. Period, end of story. That's how that works. So when you get things like lane and whatever, that indicates like a curve in the road or like an offshoot, or like it's not going exactly north, south, or east or west. And 132nd Street very well could have a little offshoot lane. So, and if it's southwest, yeah, there's only so much. Yeah, Elaine, they live very near me. Yeah, okay, so 123rd Southwest. You probably shouldn't dox your neighbor. So, yeah, but I will be writing that down, and then I'm probably going to ask you Southwest 132nd Lane. Cool. Hey, Elaine, I got that written down, and that's awesome. Could you now please remove that address? I don't want that address floating around the internet unnecessarily. So, more for your neighbor than for me. I'm the one who just told you what street I live on. That's not what I'm worried about. But I really, oh, actually, wait, can I? Hold on. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. So I don't think in this framework that I'm logged into, I could erase that message. But Elaine, if you are able to retract that, if you're not, I'll remove it later on. So don't worry. But if you are able to remove that message with the address, I would be super stoked. Just for his sake, actually. Hey, Option, good to see you. You're coming in on my stream, which is fantastic. But we're probably going to be raiding out to Andy in just a little bit. But before we raid out to Andy, I want to remind everybody. Actually, first, I want to look to see. Okay, yeah, we talked about most of the important things. I want to let everybody know that came in late or who didn't quite catch the thing. Oh, you don't know how to do that? Sorry, forgot. No problem, Elaine. I will remove it later. So don't even worry. Don't even worry. I will totally get that taken care of for you. Don't even worry. But Option. So, oh, you're watching both of us? Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to raid out to Andy in just a few minutes. First, though, I have to get my notes for how to do that because I always forget. But before we raid out, I do want to remind everybody that, or let you know, because you weren't here, I don't think, Option, when we decided this, because of the this overlap that has suddenly happened with Andy and I, I'm going to be adjusting my schedule so everybody can be happy with the accommodations. My schedule is now going to be Wednesday and Sunday. And it's going to be at 5 p.m. West Coast time. So the same time that Andy starts on Tuesday and Thursday, that's the time I'm going to be starting on Twitch on Wednesday and Sunday. Statterbox at the cinema is going to remain the same. But Chatter with Statter, Wednesday and Sunday, 5 p.m. West Coast time. And we will adjust accordingly. Alpha, yeah, for King County. Now, I can't say that that's true for every county in Washington. I just know that in King County, that is how that they actually there. You can go to Wikipedia. Actually, there's a Wikipedia page on how the streets of Seattle are laid out. There are exceptions to the rule in the downtown Pioneer Square area. In the downtown Pioneer Square area, the whole avenue and street thing is a little bit different because the founders of the city got into an argument over how to plat the streets, and the really rich guys who lived on top of the hill wanted a direct route from their house to the waterfront. So there's a segment of streets like James Street that doesn't really run east to west. It kind of runs cocky wumpus. It's a little bit slanted, and it's like, and though there are a bunch of diagonal streets that go through the downtown core area, aside from the rich man's insistence on their driveway going straight to the waterfront, which screwed up the platting of the entire neighborhood because of it. Outside of that neighborhood, for the most part, the grid attempts to be avenues north-south, streets east-west. We're on a waterfront, and we're on lots of hills. So the texture of our roads isn't always perfectly straight. So there are like quirks to the rule, but as a general rule of thumb, it's the avenues going north and south. It is the streets going east and west in King County. So, yeah, oh gosh, Alpha, the downtown history, the Denny family, the James family, the Minor family, and I can't remember what other family, but they were a bunch of crooks, and they were a bunch of rich dudes who did what they wanted. Who cares about the future of the city? I want my street to go this way, and it will. Yeah, totally. There's books written about it. It's ridiculous. And actually, little fun fact, the term Skid Row came from Seattle. One of those streets that goes east and west, downhill. It used to be where they skidded the lumber down the hill to the waterfront to get transported to wherever it was. Hence the term Skid Row. So there you go. All right. So I've got my notes out. Yes, I do. Okay. So we're a little bit late to the party, but we're going to be fashionably late. All right. We're going to raid Andy Umatai. Yes. All right. So hopefully the people who are still hanging out here, let's go raid to the Daily Pigeon Live. And I want to thank you so much for hanging out on this very short Chatter with Statter. I will see you hopefully Saturday for Statterbox at the Cinema, which is going to be Torch Song Trilogy. And if I can't see you on Saturday, I'll see you on Sunday. And until then, I just might see you over on Daily Pigeon. All right, we've got 3 raiders going, it looks like. See you there.